Hey, I'm hcyl and this is part 4 of the WorldEdit Wrapper tutorial/showcase. In this part we won't be using the wand, so there's no wand in my inventory right now, and we won't summon it, which is really sad because we all love the wand. Because today we're dealing with generation, and basically generation is so that you summon things up at your feet. Well, actually not at your feet, but the block where most of your body is, so that means the block over, above the block you're standing at. So, like, if I'm standing in this block, on this block, so then the block right above me, so like here, will be where the generation will take place. Alright, so what can you generate? You can generate a lot of circular shapes like circles, ellipses, spheres even, and also cylinders and other stuff like this. You can do it both empty, hollow and filled. So let's start with the first thing. Alright, so the first thing is the circle. So to summon a circle you need to have a cylinder of hived one. So basically you only have to write cyl for cylinder and a block you want to have it made of, and then a radius, let's say 4. And as you can see, as I've said just a second ago, this is happening in the block where I'm standing in. So now I only have to hit space to jump out of it, and we have a circle on the ground. Alternatively, we can jump inside here and summon another circle to have it on the bottom level, on the ground level. Alright, so circles can be also hollow. To have a hollow circle, you have to write hcyl, H for hollow, cyl for cylinder, and a block, and let's make it glass. Let's say of a radius 5. And now you're surrounded by glass, basically. Again, if you do it like this inside the ground, you will have a circle in the ground. Nothing will be changed here. The hole wouldn't be filled like in this case, and that was some kind of a glitch or something. Alright, so then to make a cylinder you have to specify height. So again you write cyl for cylinder, and again you can choose whichever block you like and specify the radius. And now height, so let's say like 5. And now I'm surrounded, so I have to make my way out to show you. And I still can't fly out. Oh my god. Alright, so this is a full cylinder of glass. And the bad thing about it is that you will be trapped. So in most cases it's a good thing to just make an exit like this. And this should be enough. Yep. So you have to make yourself an exit, or basically just fly through the top like I did. To avoid that, you can have a hollow cylinder. So again, hcyl, let's say stained glass. And we'll be concentrating on stained glass now, because glass is the easiest to show and stained glass is colorful, so we won't get bored. Stained glass 3, radius, 5, and height 7. And now we're surrounded by pretty blue stained glass cylinder. So again, if you want something that will only be on the ground or wherever you're standing in, because right now I can also have a cylinder here oh my god, let's say glass 4, it will be formed around me. You don't have to specify any height for one height blocks. I mean, for one height structures. You only have to do it when you want it bigger. Alright, so the next thing is the ellipses. And ellipses are basically circles, only they have 2 radiuses. And it works the same. Cyl for filled one and hcyl for empty, I mean hollow. So let's start with this one. Cylinder of stone. And now you have to specify radiuses, both of them, and just divide them with a comma. The first one is the east-west and the second one is the north-south. So let's say 3, 6, and that's it for now. And at least we know that this way is north or south, and this way is kind of eastern western. Alright, of course you can specify height, and we'll use that with hollow ellipses, because I'm not really feeling like pushing my way out. hcyl, I don't know, 3, 7. I would like a block as well. So let's say stained glass, just like this. And height 6. And as I've said, it works like this. I don't have any commentary to this. Alright, so the next one is the sphere. And there's 2 kinds of basic sphere summoning. Of course, not regarding the hollow and filled, because that's another thing. So let's call in a sphere. You only have to specify 1 radius, because a sphere only has 1 radius. And sphere of stained glass 7. And now radius, let's say 5. And let's hit it. And as you can see, we're inside a sphere, and it's dug inside the ground. So let's fly out. And basically this sphere has made a hole in the ground, because the center of the sphere was where we were standing in, so like here. And basically it went how big was that? I don't even know. It was perhaps 7 or something like that, so it went 7 blocks inside the ground. And we have now half a dome, I mean actually a dome sticking out of the ground. So to avoid that and to have your sphere like touching the ground with its bottom, you have to type in, let's do it with a hollow one, so H sphere, stained glass, I don't know, 9, and now we have to specify the radius, so it was like 7, I think. I really don't remember. Maybe it was 6 or 5. I'm not sure, but let's say 7. And now yes. And yes answers the question, do you want your your sphere to be above the ground? So like the center would be 7 blocks above the ground. And yes, I do want it. So now we trapped inside a sphere, and I can see that this one is much bigger than that one. I guess, at least. And now you can see that the center is above the ground and it's not digging in. So we can just leave. Or maybe it's the same. No, not really. So this was like 5 and this is like 7. So we can see how much of a difference it is. just those 2 blocks, because it goes in every direction, just like spheres do in real life. Minecraft is real life now. Alright, so the next one, just like circles had those ellipses, the spheres have the ellipsoids. And to have an ellipsoid, you have to have a sphere with 3 specified radiuses, and actually one of those radii, even though it is called a radius, it's actually hived. So like the middle one is hived. What are these animals doing here? Were they here when I started? Alright, so let's type in H, because we already know that there is a filled and hollow option, but I'm not going with the filled option because it's really hard to make my way out when I'm inside. And hollow sphere, and let's say out of stained glass 6, and let's say 3, hived 4, and the second radius 8, like this. And this is not raised, so it will be dug in the ground, and it's not like it's ending here. Basically, if you dig, you will eventually find your missing half of this ellipsoid, and it looks like this. And now let's make one that's raised. So again, H sphere, let's say stained glass 14, this should be red, and 4, 7, 9, let's say, and remember the middle one is the hived. And like, yeah, we're supposed to write in yes. And now we're above the ground, we can leave freely. And basically you can make a zeppelin with this. The easiest way to make a zeppelin is to just type in the right radii and hived, and then you have a zeppelin. Alright, so the last one of those shape things is the pyramid. And again, pyramid can be both hollow and filled. We'll go with hollow only because it's really hard to punch my way out. So with pyramid it's really easy. You only have to write pyramid, and now you have to specify the block. So let's say like I don't know, stained glass. As I've said, it's easier to show it with stained glass. 10. And what we need to type in now is the size. So the size is basically how much of those stair shapes you will have. How many, I don't know, floors will the pyramid have. So like, let's type in 9. Let's have a big pyramid. And I didn't make it a hollow one. So we have to get out. And as you can see, it's a pretty big one. And it looks just like a pyramid should. So yeah, I didn't make it empty, I mean hollow, so you can imagine that there is also a hollow version. You only have to type in H before the pyramid in the command. I will list all of the commands in the description as well, so you don't have to worry about memorizing them right now. Alright, so the last 2 things do not have anything to do with the shapes, but they are also really useful, especially when you want to craft a natural looking environment. So those 2 are forest and pumpkins generators. So the forest one is like really easy. You only have to type in forest gen with 1 slash instead of 2, and you can hit enter right now and this will spawn a forest around you. But if you want to specify further what kind of forest do you want and how big of a forest, you have to write forest gen and now the size of the forest. So basically the size of a cuboid, the forest will be more of a rectangle. The forest will be set in, so let's type in 10. So this will be 10x10. Oh my god, 10x10 rectangle, square, yeah. And now type of the tree, so you can just leave this be or write in tree or big for big trees, jungle for jungle trees. I will link the list of the tree types in the description as well. And let's go for Birch and the density. So basically this is like density 5 and the density can go up to 100, but you won't notice any difference after like 20 because the trees will be placed so dense that you wouldn't see anything. And they can go like ranging from 0.1 to 100, so let's go for 3 or 4. And as you can see, this is a pretty normal looking forest with birch trees. Alright, so the last thing you can do is to spawn pumpkins. And usually in Minecraft pumpkins just grow off the ground like this. But this mod allows you to have pumpkin patches that look probably more realistic. I don't know, I've seen pumpkin patches in real life and they look nothing like the Minecraft ones or like these mod ones. But yeah, let's say that it should be more realistic, because it also gives you some kind of stems and leaves, so basically logs and Minecraft leaves. So yeah, let's type in pumpkins and you can leave this and it will spawn some random pumpkins around you, but you can also specify the size of the square. So let's say like pumpkins 5. So this is like really densely packed on a 5x5 square. And I think this is it. You have to be really careful with most of the shapes, so thankfully the last command I'm going to talk about is the command we've already talked about in the previous one, which is undo. So if anything goes wrong, you can always undo it. So thank you for watching this episode, this part of the tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it and you found it useful. How did they get in here? Well, never mind. Animals like to get trapped. Again, thank you for watching. If you have any further questions, just ask me in the comment section below or send a private message to me and I will try to answer them as best as I can. And as I've already said, all the comments will be listed in the description, and you can also find links to the official Wikipedia, the list of trees and stuff, and also other parts of my WorldEditWrapper tutorial showcase in the description. And yeah, basically read the description. So again, that's the third time I think. Thank you for watching and see you in the next episode, the next part of this tutorial/showcase. Bye!